Hey everybody, Scoutcrafter here again, and I guess you could tell, you guessed it, another Vise restoration. This one here is an Anvil vise, very typical of the late 1800s to the 1900s. Combination vices. This is a 380A, quite common. A lot of times you'll see these little flanges broken off. This one's in pretty rough shape as far as rust goes. But it's I've seen the tops of these beaten much worse. So, but we're gonna just see what we can do with it. Just we'll turn it over, show you what the inside. You can see the kind of rust we're dealing with. But the lead screw doesn't have, at least it was lubed at one time. But the rust is bad. So remember what this looks like, and hopefully we can do a transformation. This is going to be a tough one. Let's see what we can do. Okay, we worked on this for about, I guess about an hour and a half. Just wiped it down with some mineral spirits. After we took it to the wire brush, we tried to get all the rust we can off of it. The good news is we got it to function properly. We got most of the rust off. We're going to have to work on a little bit more tomorrow. The patent date on this says it was patented in 1912, so I guess we got over 100-year-old vise. Okay, we got the bottom a little bit through. Yeah, we got the bottom. Got the rust all off. So, okay, now we'll come to the paint section. I guess we're going to have to really detail it tomorrow with some small wire brushes and stuff, and we'll see what we get then. Before we even think about doing any painting or any finishing, we go over to our dake. Love this thing. Now we could see the handle here on the vise. I'm going to spin it. I'm going to lock this in here, and if I could spin, you could see there's a low spot. It's a slight bend in it. So we're going to take the dake and we're going to straighten that out. Now we rotated this till we get to the high spot is up. We're going to lower down the ram of the hydraulic press, and you'll see the bend will bend. Now we have to go a little bit past the bend in order to straighten it out. Now we only have about not even half a ton. You'll see it springs back like most iron will. When I release the pressure from the hydraulic press, you see it's springing back. And to test it again, we'll rotate it, and we have a little bit of a high spot here. We'll do that. Come down a little bit, just a little. Not even half a ton of pressure. Okay, we'll see what this looks like. Okay, we're getting there. That's about how we straighten this thing out. Well, it's the next day, and what we did today was we cleaned everything up. We got in every little speck we could get. We cleaned up the jaws. Up here we took them down a little bit. We went over everything with Scotch-Brite pads and got all the bits of rust off. Then we covered the entire vise with shellac, and now it's dry. We oven baked the shellac. We got most of the almost all the rust. Remember how bad the rust was there, and the rust is all pretty much gone now, and everything's shellac. Now we're going to tape the top up, and we're going to give it a coat of black paint around the edges. So let's see what that looks like. Okay, we're calling this vise done. This is I guess after 100 years of wear and tear and work and sitting in a barn somewhere, it deserves a little bit of retirement. So we're going to just use this as a display model. As you can see, like I said, it was patented August 20th, 1912. We put a nice coat of Rust-Oleum on it, put it on this base just to display more or less. We worked on the top a little bit. There's a lot of pitting. However, we were able to get the top fairly straight. As you can see, it's a nice straight top, but there is pitting to it, and that's always a problem with these vices. Again, they were made basically for farmers and ranch hands. As an anvil or a vise, they weren't particularly good in either one. They don't have any ring to it whatsoever. Cast bases, it's all hollow. You couldn't really do any serious work. As far as the jaw goes, you'll see there's quite a bit of play with all these old vices like this, but that's the way they were designed. This one we got operating really well, the way it used to. They do hold well if you put this and put some leverage to it, you will get a vise that's worthy of doing some work around the farm or whatnot. But for what they were, I guess they were good, and it lasted 100 years. But I don't know if they are worth the money that these things are getting today. I don't know if it's something that these people just like the fact that it's an anvil or it's aesthetically pleasing. But if you had 50 or 60 bucks that you were going to spend on a vise, you'd be better off going for a machinist vise or something like that if you had to use it. But I'll put this up with the collection, and that's this best anvil combination vise 380A. Anyway, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care.